This is the first quote for week 3, and this is describing the American forces' sort of war with Mexico that was evidently, obviously, provoked by the American maneuvers around the Rio Grande. But, however, America decided to um, enter into this war, and of course, they gave false reasons for this. That the Mexicans invaded their territory and American blood was shed on American soil and things like that, when this territory was technically still under Mexican rule. But this made me think of some of the recent decisions of the United States, especially the military, to enter into some engagements with other countries, more especially, most especially, the recent invasion of Iraq in 2003, 2004, around then when they supposedly found weapons of mass destruction, which, or supposedly Saddam Hussein had them, but as we now know, nothing like that existed, and these reports were entirely fictitious. It's really strange that America enters into these wars with little reason or entirely fictitious reasons for deciding to invade certain countries, and this has gone on throughout the years. I mean, there have been some, like with Afghanistan, that was obviously a different situation, but there are a lot of incidents in which the United States really didn't have to stick their nose in other people's business, to be honest. And I also remember reading, I think it was this weekend, eh, last week on Wednesday, there was an article about how the United States was planning to assist Georgia, the country of Georgia, in their war with Russia during the 2008 Olympics. They gave military option a thought to assist the Georgians, who, as we now know now, contrary to media reports again, actually started the war by bombarding Russian peacekeeper forces in Abkhazia and South Ossetia. But regardless, I just find it quite, I don't know, disturbing and unbelievable that the United States keeps doing the same thing over and over, making up reasons to go into wars with other countries for personal gain. In this case of the Americans going into Mexico is to get Texas, and with Saddam Hussein in Iraq, it was the underlying reason that most speculate is to get natural resources and oil contracts and boost defense spending. Certain companies benefit from that, like a lot of munitions companies, as well as private security contractors who are making up a large amount of the forces in both Iraq and Afghanistan now, which is definitely a new development in the past few years that's very strange and ominous side to the military, and it'll be interesting to see how that goes. But regardless, I just thought this article related, or this quote related quite well to what's going on with the United States today, and it pretty much just lines up exactly. America decided they wanted something, and they tried to think of a good idea, and they thought of something that most people would believe, and it really couldn't have been proven one way or the other until after the war had been initiated, as in both cases, and it's pretty much the same result. America lied, although they seem to be getting what they intended to. In that case, they got Texas, and in this case, oil, which is becoming hard to get, seeing that actually the the democratic process is working against these people who initiated the war. A lot of the oil contracts are going to China and Russia and Europe rather than the United States, but it's definitely boosted a lot of defense spending and stuff like that. So those companies, someone's getting rich from the war, no matter what.